This week, Apple had its Far Out event. In this video, I'm going to tell you the most important thing and give you a quick recap of everything that was announced. And obviously, I will give you my opinion. Let's get to it. Okay, starting off with the AirPods Pro 2nd generation. And of all the things that were announced regarding in this event, this was the most minor update that I have seen, especially considering all the years in between the first generation and this now, its 2nd generation. Basically, the updates include better noise cancellation, spatial audio, and transparency modes. That will be thanks to its new H2 chip. Also, thanks to that new H2 chip, is 6 hours of battery life. That is with noise cancellation activated, and up to 30 hours with the battery on the case. That's actually a pretty good one. I can give them that. It's a pretty that's pretty good. The fact that with the noise cancellation turned on, you can get up to 6 hours of listening to audio. That I gotta give it to them. That's pretty good. Anyways, aside from that, the only other highlight is that it will allow you to increase and lower the volume with swiping the stem from the headphone. No new redesign, although if you did give the volume, I will give you not redesigning the headset. Although, if you compare it to the Galaxy Buds that came out with the Galaxy Fold and Galaxy Flip, these are now looking like an old design. So based on that, aside, it's an okay update. Let's leave it at that. The price will be $249 and it will be available starting September the 23rd. Now let's talk about the Apple Watch, starting with the Apple Watch SE. It will have the same processor as the Series 8, which I will be talking about later on. The screen size will be basically the same as in the Apple Watch Series 4, with no always-on display. So basically it's a Series 4, only that it will have the newest processor. I believe that the original SE had the S5 chip. This one will have the S8. The colors that it will be available will be silver, starlight, midnight. The price will start at $249, so basically the same price as your AirPods Pro, and it will start available on September the 16th. Next, let's talk about the Apple Watch Series 8 with its quote-unquote new S8 processor, which is the same as the S7, which is the same as the S6. So basically the same processor in the Apple Watch Series 6. The new features include crash detection and temperature sensors. The colors that it will be available in the aluminum model will be silver, starlight, midnight, and product red. While in the stainless steel versions, it will come in silver, gold, graphite, and space black. Just a second, I want to say, at least in the pictures, there's no difference between the graphite and the space black. We'll have to wait and see until it actually comes out to see if we can actually see any discernible difference. It will be starting at $399 and will be available starting on September the 16th. The last Apple Watch announced was the Apple Watch Ultra model. This one has a weird look in the design. It looks like an Apple Watch, and then they added a little bit more metal on top of it instead of putting on the glass, and then they put on the glass inside that. Aside from that, the other discernible difference will be near in the area of the crown and the button. It now protrudes out in order to be able to protect the crown. I'm guessing they never actually specify the reason for that, but I'm guessing it's a good idea in order for you to protect the crown and avoid any mistakes or inadvertent changes or pressing of either of those two, either the crown or the button. Aside from that, the only other difference will be that it will have a button on the other side where normally the speakers are, and that will be a customizable button. You will be able to give it whatever task you want to give it, and it will do it for you. Like probably guessing that most people will use it in order to be able to quickly start their exercise. You just press the button and you can go ahead and start your exercise. Surprisingly, it will start at $799. The only color it's available is titanium. There's no variations of that color. And it will start available on September the 23rd. I'm actually pretty surprised considering everybody was thinking that it was going to cost anywhere from $900 to $1,000. Starting at $799, it's not that far off, but it's more reasonable. And it will have a larger screen with a 49 millimeter screen. Next, let's talk about the iPhone 14 lineup. Starting with the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus. There will no longer be a 14 mini. It will have a 6.1 and 6.7 inch display respectively. It will be a full electronic SIM card device. So you will no longer need the actual SIM card from your carrier. It will be programmed inside the SIM card, the electronic SIM card automatically. Most iPhones used to have the feature of you having a dual SIM card capability. Now both of those SIM cards are going to be fully electronic and independent. From the features that it will have emergency SOS via satellite. As always, improvements to the cameras for better low light and better image processing with wider aperture lenses. The same A15 processor in the iPhone 13 Pro models. And it was funny to see iPhone trying to sell you off on last year's processor. It was actually pretty pathetic. But anyways, for most people, the A15 is more than enough for what they will actually need it. The iPhone 14 will come in blue, purple, midnight, starlight, and product red. It will start at $799 for the original and $899 for the Plus version. It will be available starting September 16th, unless you want the Plus model, which you will have to wait until October the 7th. Finally, let's talk about the iPhone 14 Pro models. As expected, they will have the A16 processor, and it will have a 4nm architecture for better performance and better battery savings. It will have a 48 megapixel sensor in order to be able to give you better quality on the camera. Now let's talk about the controversial front. Some people will like it, some won't. It ditched the notch in order to have this long pill shape now, which you can see on your screen right now. Now, while I don't particularly care for that, because it cuts even more into the content, I can actually appreciate what they did in trying to implement it into the operating system. If you get a phone call now, instead of just the phone call, if you're using your phone, instead of it just dropping down from the top of the screen, it'll actually pop out from the camera area, or quote unquote pop out, because it's not actually doing that. Also, if you're listening to music, it will use the sides of the area in order to give you even the album and to give you like the EQ in order for you to see that information. And you can actually tap in and see the music information, increase the volume, go to the next track, play, pause, all that good stuff. So I actually appreciate that they changed it, not to what everybody was expecting, because everybody expected a pill punch hole mixture. But I can appreciate what they did in order to make it look more integrated into the system, to say the least. It will also have always on display, since now it will go down to 1 Hz the refresh rate. So that is one of the big things that they promoted. The colors that it will be available on will be silver, gold, space black, and a new deep purple color. It will start at $999 for the Pro, at $1099 for the Pro Max. And it will be available starting September the 16th. I actually appreciate that they didn't change the prices, so we gotta be thankful for that. Everybody was expecting for the prices to increase $100. They didn't do that. They kept it at the same price. If you have any comments regarding the information, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. While you're down there, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. Remember, if you have a Google or Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. Go ahead, sign in, help us grow, subscribe, share this video, and that like is very important. As always, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at J.R. Abrams Tech, so you can stay up to date with the latest news or rumors about tech. Until next time.